Welcome to my playthrough series of Monster Hunter World, Episode 1. In this series I will be covering gearing up and monster fights. I played it ages ago on Xbox, but have not really played properly on PC yet. So going to skip the Guardian armor and do it properly, starting with leather. Is there much else to Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter. We will find out.
Hey, tell us your name.
When I first did a playthrough a while ago, I did select the Guardian armor, but it does seem that this basically just bypasses the whole first part of Monster Hunter World because it makes everything super easy and gets rid of all of the gear upgrading selections. So also I noticed later on that the defender weapons seem to be a bit overpowered as well, so I think they might be actually part of the same series as the Guardian armor. So I did actually create a defender weapon for the first monster, but I'm going to revert back to the bone weaponry after this, just so I can get the full experience. It seems weird as well, as you can kind of go into your inventory later on and you can still pick the Guardian armor even if you don't pick it at the start. And it doesn't even have any messages on the defender gear mentioning that, hey, by the way, this gear is a bit crazily overpowered, which is why I actually selected it in the first place, because I thought, oh, that's a pretty good upgrade for like one iron ore or something. And then it turns out, oh, it's been tweaked so you can just kind of cheese it all the way through. So I finally made it through the 20 minutes of credits at the start, and I've actually made it to the inventory box. That is one issue with this game also, is that if you have played it before, they still expect you to watch through all of the intro trailers again. It would be nice if they had some form of skip. Maybe there is one and I just haven't found it, but
We've placed some basic gear for you.
I did play Monster Hunter 3 on the Nintendo DS, and then Generations as well, and my favorite weapon through all of these pretty much was the Kinsect and the insect glaive for some reason. So I just find it, I guess I'm used to it from those older games, but seems to still be my favorite now. I do kind of want to race to Iceborne a little bit, as I have played through Monster Hunter before, but I think I'll do it the slow way, just so I can get a feel for it all again, and a bit of frustration as well. But yeah, the stats on the Guardian armor are pretty decent. Like, they don't seem to be that crazy, just the defense is like 50 compared to like 8 or 10 or something on the other helms.
Want to get going?
Once you're ready, head to the canteen. I'll be there waiting with a quest.
Just skipping through most of the dialogue of these first quests, and just even the first bit of this is fairly boring and straightforward, as you're just killing Jagras, so I'll skip it here. Managed to get Jagra skins and some bones to craft the first set of gear. Time to do some mini upgrades. And just kind of picking whatever I have the mats for at the moment, which is, I usually just wing it, see how we go. But yeah, look, the defense on leather is 2 compared to the Guardian, which is 50, I think, just on one item. even just from running the first quest, it seems you can upgrade to like a whole set of gear and new weapon, even though I did pick Defender just for this first bit until I realized. As I wanted to do this playthrough using kind of the normal equipment, I had to look up the Defender stuff to see if it's OP or not, and it's actually hard to find any details saying that it is, but a lot of forum posts and that say, yeah, the Defender is a bit OP, or you can use Defender and just don't use the Guardian armor. So either way, I think I'll probably switch it after this next one. So you can see on the Defender glaive, it has 403 attack versus the Bone Rod, which is 279. But also it has a blast attack for 150 as well. So it's like 553 attack when that blast does go off, compared to 279. But then you can upgrade the Bone Rod to the version 2 fairly quickly anyway, so that brings it up to over 300, which is pretty close to the Defender glaive, kind of. It seems to be from the stat wise anyway. So now we're finished the first play session and on to the next one, which is the Great Jaguar. Jaguar? A custodian something that I can't read. I never know whether I should just use those tickets. I probably should if I only do one quest a day. Depends how much time I have free. So yeah, the first part of this quest is just wandering around. So I will skip to the semi-first boss fight. Or is it a monster fight? I think it's a bit easy as I am using the Defender glaive. But I guess it is also the first monster, so they probably make this one fairly easy anyway.
Now!
Gotcha! Alright, partner. New assignment incoming. Take down that Great Jaguars. If you're not ready, you can return to base and take on the Great Jaguars quest.
I kind of like walking around and finding the footprints and other random monster bits and pieces. Does seem to add a bit of kind of the monster hunting element to it, doesn't it? I probably should stop talking about the Defender glaive now. I think I've covered that enough. It's kind of a good and bad thing that these monster fights can take so long, as you do need to, for some of them you need 20, 30, 40 minutes even just to finish one fight. And the health bars, they don't show them, so you kind of just have to keep swinging at them until you, well, they kind of start limping around after a little while, so you get a feeling, but you just never know exactly how long it's going to take.
When monsters are running away, use the scout flies as a guide and they'll lead you right to them.
run out of stamina, you'll be winded and vulnerable. Veteran hunters know to always keep an eye on that gauge.
Land your claw on a monster to grapple to it.
I still can never remember any of the keys, and then I have to remember to look in the top right, because it actually just tells you all of the buttons you can press up there, which is very handy. Otherwise, other games, you kind of have to go into the controls and check them, but it's really good that they've got them up there. Depending on what you're doing as well, they show you what you can do with everything.
On your claw until things.
Oh boy, that monster's really mad now. Be ready for some vicious attacks.
Look, the monster's almost done for.
I was playing a bit of Monster Hunter Rise before this one, and they did add a lot of quality of life stuff to Rise, which is good. Really fast traveling around, and rather than clicking on the harvesting things 2 or 3 times, it just does it all at once. But I kind of like walking around and harvesting things and kind of just spending a bit of time on that. It seems a bit, it's like a relaxing thing to do almost.
Dodge their attacks. You don't want to take hits like that head on. Okay, let's head back and report to the old man.
This was a fairly quick fight, probably due to all the damage. But yeah, I got heaps of items out of this too. And I don't think I even used a ticket that I can remember. Maybe I did. I probably should just use them while I've got them. And back to upgrade gear again. The bone set seems to be quite decent, actually. As a good starter set, anyway. And Jagras gear is okay. I guess it just depends where you're fighting, depending on what resistances you need. So just a couple of upgrades with a great Jagra gear and the bone stuff. And I think also the cauldron upgrade a little bit as well. Yeah, this is the end of the very first episode of this playthrough. So the next one, yeah, I think we'll just switch from the defender weapon to something less overpowered and see how we go with that. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe.